Hello, somebodies. We are the Nobodies. What are we doing here today?
Today we are interviewing the great Taj from the band Fused By Defiance. How are you today?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
That is excellent. We really, on such short notice, too. I was told, she's like, she'll do it tonight. I'm like, oh, I'm in my car. I'm dodging traffic. I got to get home. So, pretty cool, man. Thanks for joining us.
So, in case you guys didn't know, we kind of coined her the most badass woman in metal.
Yes.
So...
Yes, you definitely kick a lot of ass.
Yeah. So...
I love ass kicking.
It's very fun. It's a great pastime.
So we got so many questions for you today, and I hope you could answer them all, honestly. We're going to play a little game at the end.
Okay.
Hopefully the band members don't get mad at you after you answer these questions.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh,
no. But that's always fun, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so when did you join this great band?
I joined this band, actually, I think in 4 days it'll be our 3-year anniversary. So I joined in 2019 in like the middle of November. And I think that's when I auditioned, and then I got in early December, and we kind of started doing everything like January of 2020. What a great year to start a band.
So when you joined, was everyone else already in the band, or did you notice new members coming in with you?
Yeah, so they had already picked Ted as the drummer, and then when I got there, I was the last member to join. So that's when I met everyone.
Well, how many do you think you auditioned against?
I have no idea, but I've heard the stories of the people I auditioned against, and they're pretty funny. It's kind of like at the High School Musical when they were doing the auditions for the whatever play or whatever. The way they describe it, it was hilarious. So I honestly have no idea, but apparently before I got there, they said that they were about to give up on it.
Wow, really? Okay. It's good. You were better than probably hundreds of freaking different people.
Wow, that's awesome. You were the end of the auditions. That's excellent. So, yeah, good for you. So, how did you meet the band? Like, how did you call them? Was it social media?
That's a funny story. I don't remember because around this time, 3 years ago, I had gotten a major concussion, like to the point where like I was like blacking out, not remembering shit. And I got an email from them saying, sure, you can come audition. And like for like a year, I thought they emailed me. But then Arnold, the guitar player, told me that I had actually emailed them to see if I could come and audition. I was like, what? This whole time I'm thinking I'm special, but I did this.
No kidding. Well, are you better now, I hope?
Yeah, way better now. Like I can see and no blackout, so we're good to go.
Well, you remember this interview by tomorrow. No.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, in 5 minutes, I know where I am.
That's great. So, let's see. How long was the tour you were just on?
10 days. So we went from LA and then we ended in Colorado.
Tour buses? Was it a...
Took an RV.
Yeah, you didn't Uber it?
No.
Well, let us know about the experience. Tell us, was this a first-time tour for you, or...?
So it was a first-time tour for the band, but it wasn't a first-time tour for me. It was a first-time tour for me as a vocalist, though, because I was a guitar player before I joined Fuse and a bass player, and I had toured in another band for 9 years. So this was the first-time experience as a vocalist. It was so different. Like, it was just complete. Like, I couldn't fuck around because, like, I'd fuck my vocals up. As a guitar player, like, I got lit every day, like, on tour. And now I'm just like, I have to be responsible and a grandma and sleep. This is stupid. But it was still fun.
So when you scream all night long, which you got a lot of screaming in your songs, how do you exercise your voice, and what do you do to keep it all well rested?
So there's a lot of things. The first, I have to be in shape. So like I've been working out for like a year now to make sure that I have the stamina. Second, I have to do warm-ups. Third, I have to make sure I'm doing it correctly every time, because if you do it incorrectly, then it just messes you up for the rest of the tour. After that, it's a lot of tea and steam. So I use like a saline type of solution, and then I like steam my vocals or whatever, and then a lot of sleep. If I miss the sleep, then it's a problem.
Oh, really? Like that, huh?
Like a grandma, like I said.
Yeah, you said you go to the gym all the time, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you do at the gym? You like mouth press?
No, I actually do the neck press.
What does that have to do with your voice? I go to the gym.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Oh, good. No, honestly, you just have to make sure. It was great. You just have to make sure your body is in shape, really. Like the fluids are working and all of that shit.
All right, let me see.
Okay.
Wow, look at you. You're an animal.
I got twigs.
Look.
Wow. Yes.
That's great.
So when you auditioned for the band, were you auditioning and prepped to be a guitarist or a singer?
I barely remember the first audition. I went in there as a joke. Because like I just like was gonna follow through like with the email. I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. Never in my life have I done vocals. That's how much of a joke it was. Not one time. So I went in there, I had memorized like a song, and then I had to read it off, let another song off of my phone because I couldn't hold any information in my head. And they liked it, so that was good. And I left the first audition. I was like, I'm not coming back out here to Long Beach. I ain't never gonna see these guys again.
You know, yeah. Who knew, right?
Exactly.
So, what was the most memorablest? Is that a word? Memorablest?
I think memorable.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the most memorable part of the tour? Funny,
I
sad.
think my favorite. Okay, so the most memorable show that I had the best time at was the Colorado show because the people there were just like so open and they were like really energetic, and it was on this cool dance floor that had lights, and I love lights, and I brought glow sticks and I threw them in the crowd, so that was fun. But I think the most memorable thing that happened is after one of the shows, we were standing at the merch table, and some random guy came up and just like held out something to us, and he was like, I want you guys to have this rusty doorknob. And we were like, thank you.
What?
Like, what?
Wait, he didn't tell you what it resembled? Nothing?
Nothing. That's it.
Did you take the doorknob?
And just left.
I took it, but then Kevin threw it out. He's like, it might have bad energy on it.
I would have hung that up in my room. Doorknob.
Yeah, you should have put it on a necklace and wore it at your next show.
I really should have. Rusty Doorknob, yeah.
Hey, you got a new song, Rusty Doorknob.
Exactly. That's going to be the name of the album.
That's great.
Fused
So,
by
what? Speaking of albums,
Fused by Doorknobs.
that's funny.
It's so good.
So, what is the most memorable? I just read that question. Duh.
I'll have to again.
What is in store for more tours, videos, releases of more music? What do you got in store for the band?
Yeah, so our next steps are we're going to be playing a few shows locally, like a birthday, and also like a birthday show for a friend. We have a release coming out either, I think, in February or March. And then in April, we're going to hit the road again and go on tour. I'm pretty sure we're going to do this next release with a video. I think we should because I really like the song and I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. Woo woo!
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So when you do the next release, how many videos are you going to do? I hear from a lot of bands that they do they're like, at this point we do a video for every song because they just want to get out.
Yeah. So like we're hearing a lot of chatter from people like higher up in the music world that like, and I think you guys may have seen this with Slipknot as well, that releasing singles is the way to go now because everyone's ADD and nobody really listens to full-length albums anymore. So we're thinking about actually going that direction instead. And then once we release all the singles, put them all on an EP and re-release the EP.
I think that's probably the smartest way to go about it.
Well,
because albums take a long time anyway.
Yeah, but
Yes.
but even with like TuneCore and Spotify and one song could go anywhere. You could put it on TikTok. You could put it over here. And
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
You make money from every angle these days on just one song. It's crazy.
That's true. That's very true.
So, what is your favorite part of the whole music process? Is it the video making? Is it making the songs? Is it going on tour?
That's a great question. I think that me personally, I enjoy the songwriting process. It's frustrating as hell because like we all have our own ideas, but I do enjoy like being around creative people and like listening to like what they come up with and then how I can bounce off of what they're doing and how these ideas just keep going, keep going, keep going. It's like super cool to watch people's like cogs moving in their head and just see what comes out. And it's like something you've never thought of. And it's just like this super cool process.
So when you guys songwrite, do you go through email or do you actually go into a garage, sit down and write like the olden days?
Both. One guy likes to write like the olden days. I personally don't like to do that because like we go to the garage, we write these riffs and we forget them. So it's just like no point in my opinion. But what they'll also do is they'll go to Arnold's studio. So he has, what is it? It's not Logic. What's the other one? Pro Tool set up.
Pro Tools.
And they'll go there and they'll do some riffage. And then while they're doing the riffage, then they can record it and then it won't be forgotten and we can use it in the future.
So do you guys have anything like majorly, other than the Pro Tools, like majorly professional, or is it just like the pure garage setup?
It's the pure garage setup.
Hell yeah.
That's really, old school.
Obviously, you have somebody in the band that knows how to put it all together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Arnold mostly puts it all together. A lot of what I do, because I can play all of the instruments, is I'll do like the sounds, and they'll like send me riffs, and I'll put the riffs together and kind of like creating the timeline of the song. Me and Arnold both do that, but I also know how to use Logic. So sometimes I'll even just like record like a whole like bass for the song and just send it to them and they'll just change all the riffs. So it's kind of like either I'll do that or they'll send me riffs and we'll put it together. It's kind of like moving parts all the time.
So you made a song called Cancel Culture that we actually reacted to, which we thought was good. Yeah, we thought it was fantastic.
Yay.
Can you tell us a little bit about that song, what it means, why you wrote it?
Yeah, sure. So what's so funny is we wrote that song like right before everyone started getting super annoyed with cancel culture. In my opinion, like I feel like cancel culture can go both ways. I feel like that. Honestly, I feel like the first, okay, so this is kind of a joke, but the first person to be canceled is Jesus. So if you think about
that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I honestly feel like people should be allowed to express what they want to express at any time. I do feel like cancel culture can be used for good. So like if there's like, I don't know, like another like Hitler or whatever, who's like getting a lot of people to go to his side, then if cancel culture was used as a weapon, then all those people the power from whatever he's saying could be taken away. So honestly, I feel like it's a bunch of moving parts for that. But me personally, like I know that I say stupid shit. And I know I'm going to say stupid shit. So I know at some point in my life, I'm going to get canceled. And I just kind of like put it out there. And I was like, you know what? I am a growing being. You can cancel me if you want to. I am going to make sure that I'm always growing myself. And I'm not going to be held to things that I said like 10 years ago that now I'm a completely different person.
Yes, people change and people don't understand that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You see the freaking people who did something bad like years ago, and then you can tell they've changed. Yeah,
exactly.
It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy, this cancel culture.
You just gotta link them the video of cancel culture every time they say something.
That's really
bad
what
about
it is. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, see, that's why I wrote it. I'm just gonna getting ahead of it.
That's it. It's a great song, it really is. So, where was that video shot?
Oh, I am not good with locations. LA. Nailed it.
That's it, LA.
Somewhere in the United States.
Not in a garage. Not in a studio.
It was in some type of random warehouse that someone found. So I don't know where it was. Like I don't think I'm really bad at directions and knowing where I am. And I don't even have a concussion right now. So like,
Okay.
So did you have to pay rent on it? Was it, or you just
we did
went
have to pay a
along for
little
the
bit for the
ride?
space.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the process behind setting up that video, then, at least.
Yeah, and how long does it take
To make the video.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So a fun thing about our band is like we're either like we can be really last minute. So we got there and we were like, hey guys, what's this video gonna be about? And we made it up in that 15 minutes. So like we didn't really think it through. but that's also how fast we're able to work. So that there's also that, because we're the biggest procrastinators ever. What was your second question? I'm sorry.
I mean, pretty much just like
how long did
it take? Yeah.
And the process.
It probably only took like a max of 5 hours, and we initially got there. We made the plan for what the video was going to look like. We made a plan for when to record what parts. We usually always start with the band shots because they're like the easiest to do. Just get those out of the way, and then we start doing like the individual things and the antics that we want to do. And then we do just some random extra shots just in case we want to add it in there. And then I think we usually end. How do we end? We end with beers. That is how we end.
Nice.
Everyone chugs a can of beer. Yeah. We leave. Yes, cheers.
So, do you guys have pro cameras and all that stuff, or are you using like your phones?
No, we had a guy come in. A friend of the band was recording this video, and he put it all together.
Okay.
So the band itself now, are they all school taught or are they self taught?
Okay, that's a good question. I actually don't know the answer to that, but I think they are mostly self taught. I don't think anyone in the band is like a Musicians Institute person. I'm pretty sure we're all self-taught. I know I learned on YouTube. So
no scholars in your band, huh?
I don't think so.
That's great. All right, well, we have I got all these questions I want to ask, and we're gonna name people in your band. You just tell us who it is, and let them fight. Let them fight it out later.
Please make it as personal as possible.
I like causing mayhem, so I'm ready.
Oh, let's go.
All right, so go ahead, Jonathan.
All right. Who do you think is the hardest worker?
Arnold.
And explain why, please.
Because he does exactly what he says he's going to do almost immediately.
Yeah, he's not a procrastinator.
Not at all.
Okay, so who is the best songwriter in your band?
Me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
My girl.
Now they're watching it right now and they're like, bullshit! Yeah. Okay. All right, so go ahead, Jonathan, next.
Who do you think is the funniest?
Kevin.
Kevin? Why do you say that?
Yeah. Because he just comes up with things out of left field, and he's just all around just like a really chill, funny guy.
I respect that.
I respect that. So who is the partier in the band?
John.
He likes his beers.
Easy. He likes his beers. He likes to smoke. Like, he's always at a party, and he usually shows up fucking late to everything. Yeah, it's great.
I appreciate that you've named someone different every time so far, but this next question is going to be rough.
Not really.
Who eats the most?
Ooh, that's a good. I don't know. I mean, they're all boys. Like, they all eat a lot. Like, I can say I eat the less. I don't know who eats the most.
I'm sorry, guys. You ain't even men. You're boys.
My bad.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna. No. That's going in.
I don't. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm just gonna say Ted because I can.
Okay, because you didn't say him yet.
Okay. Yeah.
Who watches more TV?
Maybe Kevin. I'll go with Kevin.
And you know what? I'll ask. Do you have a favorite show?
A favorite show? Oh God. I'm just gonna go with Buffy the Vampire Slayer because it's a great show.
I've heard a lot of good things about it. I need to watch it.
Yeah, you do. To definitely adjust your lenses for it being in the 90s.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is that the one from? Is that the one with Sam from Who's the Boss?
It's the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, it doesn't ring.
Not great with names. Sorry. You're bad with locations. We're bad with names.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So who practices the most?
Arnold.
Arnold?
No, that's a lie. Nope.
Sorry, Arnold.
No, that's just erase that. It's Ted. Ted practices most.
Okay.
I respect the Ted. Okay, who shows up the earliest to all your sessions?
Either Ted or Arnold. It's usually one or the other.
Okay.
Who shows up the latest?
Kevin. Easy.
Okay.
Outed him right away.
So who acts the craziest when they're on stage?
I think that's me.
I was gonna say you're the front woman. You gotta, or you know what?
Yeah, I gotta hype for everyone.
Should I say you're the front girl because boy, you're not a woman.
I'm not a woman yet. Sorry, Shania Twain.
That's great. Yep, you're front girl. Okay.
Oh, who thinks they're the most good looking?
Kevin.
Yeah, he's a charmer.
Uh-huh.
Is he the most good looking?
I think so. I mean, he and Ted are in competition. If you ask Kevin though to do like this that you asked me to do, he would love to. Like I'm actually I think he's probably doing it to someone right now as we speak. So
is he like, yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
That's
really it's over there. What do you want me to tie my shoes?
Yeah.
Ooh,
the jello is that way.
I just woke up. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, we always ask this to every single band. Let's get your opinion. So if someone's getting into the music business, what would you tell them?
Do you mean like starting a band or like getting...
No voice.
I hear him.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mean like starting a band or just like getting into like the industry, I guess?
I'd say getting into the industry.
Like what when they're starting to what instrument they want to play, getting into the business, like what the whole universe.
Honestly, I'd say so if it's like just starting out with nothing and I'm an accountant and I want to go and join the music industry, the first thing I would do is try everything to see what you're good at. So like I tried like every instrument, see which one conforms to me the best, and then I'd start networking by either going to shows or joining on to some lineups with some pretty good bands, and then I'd start asking the bands some like information, and if those bands are bands that have a booking agency, then I'd ask them about the booking agency, and then so forth. And just honestly, networking is really how you get where you want to go.
That's like the most practical sounding advice I think we've been given yet.
Got you.
Respect that.
Sorry, other bands.
No, I mean, like, other bands, big thing. They're like, yeah, have fun.
All right, other bands, turn your speakers off now. All right. Well, this show was fantastic. We had such a good time.
Is there anything you'd like to shout out?
Yeah, you
right now.
Plug your band. Time to brag.
Yep. Yeah. Go to the social media. We're on all social medias. We're also on TikTok, but we don't do any talk ticks, unfortunately. Shout out to the boys. In Fused by Defiance. And honestly, thank you guys. You guys are really funny. And so I love watching you guys. I love your chemistry too.
That's awesome.
You're very funny too. You've had us laughing.
Yeah, you had us. Thank you for being such a great interviewee.
Of course.
This was fantastic. So we always do an outro, and we would love for you to be part of it.
Sure.
This is where we test if the singers have watched our outros or not.
She has. I know she has.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I have a bad memory, but that's fine.
Fair enough. I respect that.
Yeah, that's a great excuse.
Alright guys, remember to hit that like, subscribe button, and tell us down in the comment section below what other bands you'd like to see on the channel. We'll see if we can get them. And press the bell and like subscribe button to get notified every time we upload a video. Taj, thank you so much for joining us today. We had a great time.
Of course.
I'm Son.
And I'm Father. And you are?
Taj, I'm Fused by Defiance.
Yes.
Welcome.